Wishful thinking theater of the air brings you Grace Under Pressure, the simple story of a woman alone in New York in the 90s, an age of diminished expectations.
Isn't it great when the guests go home? Isn't it fun when you're finally all alone? Kick off both your shoes and get the hoovering done, and watch the rising sun. Isn't it swell when you're on your own? Aren't you grateful it's too late to call him on the phone? Take off all your clothes and feed the cat. He said, there's no hurry, where's my hat? Wake up to the realization that you're alone. And so goes a story that's told so often. I wonder who picked up after the orgies in Rome. Ain't it great when the guests go home?
Episode 2, A Chilly Reception.
Slipshod, Scud, Pucker, Sore Spot, Small Man McWeeney, good morning. How may I help you? Oh, please hold. Slipshod, Scud, Pucker, Sore Spot, Small Man McWeeney, good morning. How may I help you? Please hold. Slipshod, Scud, Pucker, Sore Spot, Small Man McWeeney, good morning. How may I help you? Mr. Scudpucker's under indictment this morning. Can I connect you with Mr. Slipshod? He'll be handling Mr. Scud... Oh, Mrs. Scudpucker, sorry, Of course I'll put you... Oh, no, I'm sorry. It says here he's in a meeting. I'll make sure he gets the message. Slipshod, Scudpucker, Sore Spot, Small Man McWeeney, good morning. How may I help you? Oh, hello, Mr. Sore Spot. No word yet on the appeal. Sorry. How's the tennis today? That's great. Say, Mr. Sorespot, do they let you wear whites, or do you have to wear those overalls with the number on the back? Well, that's very sporting of them. You know, with global warming trends, you could be playing all winter by the time you're up for parole. Well, you know me, Mr. Slipshod. Always look on the bright side. I will. I'll tell Mr. Smallman when he comes in. Have a nice day. Slipshod, Scudpucker, Sore Spot, Smallman McWeeney. Oh, shoot. Lost another one. Trudy. Oh, man, am I glad to see you.
How's it going, doll?
Oh, Trudy. Thanks for getting me in here. But, geez, now I know why they made me go to college.
So you could go back for thirds at the cafeteria?
No, so I'd be too highly qualified to work this hard.
You call this work? All you have to do is push buttons and talk. There are 15 of us moles back there proofreading word for word 24 hours a day. No windows, no phone calls, no food, no laughing, for crying out loud. I mean, we might as well be in jail.
Not from what Mr. Sorespot tells me.
I mean, prison. Not some country club for millionaire lawyers and billionaire junk bond masterminds.
What exactly did Mr. Sorespot do?
Honey, if I understood that, I'd have been smart enough to cash in on the same deals he did.
And be playing volleyball at the Sister Slammer next door just as well.
Oh, couldn't be worse than this. Oops. Break time's over. So anyway, let us know when that messenger gets here. I'll just go get the file. Oh, good morning, Mr. McWeeney. Nice cigar.
Good morning, Miss,
Don't worry about it, Mr. McWeeney. I'm just a proofreader, just a nobody, just past 8 years.
Good morning, Mr. McWeeney. Can I help you with something?
Well, actually, Grace,
Oh, just a minute. Slipshod, Scudpucker, Sore Spot, Small Man McWeeney, may I help you? Are you the doctor or the patient? I believe Mr. Smallman handles proctology malpractice. Yes, that's right. He's our receiving end specialist. Just a moment. I'll connect you with his secretary. I'm sorry, Mr. McWeeney. What was it you...
Well, you know, Grace, Brenda's out sick today. Seems like it's her time of the month every other week these days. Yeah. I was wondering how you'd feel about filling in for her.
I guess I could reroute my calls through to her desk, but what else does she do? I'm not much of a typist, or I wouldn't be here, and I've got 0 shorthand. I never learned anything that useful in school.
Oh, Grace. Didn't they teach you that a thing of beauty doesn't need to be useful?
She does if she wants to eat, Mr. McWeeney.
Well, then you wouldn't mind filing something more complicated than your nails?
Oh, no, Mr. McWeeney, that's fine. Little hard work never killed anybody.
Fine. Well, I'll see you in my office when you get things squared away here.
I'll just stop by the washroom.
You have reached the law offices of Slipshod, Scud, Pucker, Sore Spot, Small Man, McWeeney. All lines are engaged at the moment, but please leave.
Trudy, break time.
But I just...
Emergency conference in the executive ladies' room.
Gotcha.
Any shoes?
No es ocupado. What's up?
McWeeney wants me to fill in for Brenda.
What a treat. Just you and him? Alone in the corner office? Oh, what's the matter? Can't he use a dictaphone?
Please, don't give him any ideas. I'm worried enough about his hands.
Well, kid, you know my code of office behavior. You can call me honey, ask me to make you coffee, even talk about X-rated videos. But if you lay a hand on me, I'll deck ya.
Words to live by, Trude. Luckily, he's kind of a shrimp.
Yeah, but in my experience, it's the little ones you gotta watch out for. They can be awful quick.
Oh, Trudy, what am I gonna do? I can't quit. I won't qualify for unemployment for another 19 weeks.
Tell you what, you rerouting the switchboards of Brenda's desk?
Uh-huh.
Great. I'll call you every 20 minutes. No, better make that 15. He's pretty excitable. They're internal calls, so they won't be monitored.
Do you think that'll work?
Sure. And if worst comes to worst, tell him it's for him. I do a mean, I want a grump.
Will he fall for it?
Oh, he's a lawyer, ain't he? The only thing more erotic than a poor, helpless female is a rich, powerful one.
Trudy, you are genius material. I better get back.
Okay, synchronize our watches. I'll call you at 11:15.
Deal.
Well, Grace, you were quite some time. Everything come out all right?
I'm fine, Mr. McWeeney. Were those files you wanted me...
My, you are an eager beaver. Yeah. Over there on top of the filing cabinet behind the door. Oh, such poor planning. You can't open the files.
Without closing the door. What a silly arrangement.
Yes. Yeah. I can't think why it hasn't been taken care of. I believe you'll find that most of those go...
In the bottom drawer. What a coincidence.
Yes. You want to be careful bending over like that, hour after hour. You don't want to strain your back.
Not to mention your eyes.
You know, Grace, a bright little co-ed like you shouldn't be answering phones. With your obvious talents, you'd be an incredible asset to any firm. Oh, excuse me. I seem to have gotten ashes on your silky little blouse.
That's it. That's it exactly, Mr. McWeeney. I'm just too damn smart for the job. Slipshod, Scud, Pucker, Sore Spot, Small Man McWeeney, can I help you?
Brenda's a fine little worker, don't get me wrong, but she has certain attitude problems. Tend to let her emotions seep into her professional...
Mrs. Grump! Of course, Mr. Scudpucker would do everything he could, if he could. But I think Mr. McWeeney's the man for you. Yes, that's right. I'll put him on.
Mrs. Grump. Oh, it is an honor, Mrs. Grump. I wanna. How can I help? Well, I see. Well, as you know, Bob Scudpucker won't be taking on any new cases until after the committee hearings, but if I can... Oh, you want to take Ronald back to court? Yes, I know interest rates are ludicrously low, but... An inflatable cost of living cushion and unlimited access to your mutual cosmetic surgeon, as I say. Well, clearly you have a very strong basis for action here, Mrs. I wanna. Why don't you just tell my secretary when you'd like to come in and, when you'd like me to come see you. It's been a pleasure. I wanna.
Yes, Mrs. Grump. What would fit into your agenda? Next Thursday? I see.
Oh, here, let me talk to her on the speaker.
And then Brenda called, crying from the clinic about how not only had Weenie knocked her up, but he's given her these incurable warts. Unbelievably
What the hell is this?
Oh, it must be some kind of a crossed line, Mr. McWeeney.
Cross line, well, let me see. That's an internal from extension 4307. Well, give me that. You, what's your name in proofreading? I know who you are, and you're fired.
Mr. McWeeney, there must be some mistake. I must have pushed the wrong button.
You bet you did, you little wise ass. I can answer my own goddamn phones. You can just pack up and go.
Mr. McWeeney, nothing would give me greater pleasure, except perhaps sticking that great big cigar up your tiny little...
Don't try to sweet-talk your way out of this one, little lady. The security guard will clear your desk. Now, get out!
Trudy, that's it. I'm some sort of jinx. A kind of unemployment typhoid Mary.
Never mind, hon. Whatever my crime was, 8 years is too long a sentence. It'll be nice to see some daylight for a change.
Oh, but what are you gonna do? My rent's due in 2 weeks. No paycheck, no rent, no studio bachelorette on the Upper East Side.
Say, listen, worst comes to worst, you bunk in with me. Mind you, that's the absolute worst. Meantime, I got a cousin who runs a gallery in Soho. She's a bit rich for my blood, but she's looking for new talents. You get half the commission for a sale. One of those babies that pay the rent for 3 months.
Yeah, but if it's so easy, why don't you work there?
Gracie, would you buy a $50,000 sculpture made out of toilet paper rolls and dust bunnies from under the bed from some broad you knew was laughing at you?
What makes you think I'll do any better?
Face it, honey. You're a wasp. You know, crying on the inside, nothing on the outside. You're the last vestige of a deadpan race. You'll make a fortune. No, this is my train.
But Trudy, what are you gonna do?
I've waitressed before. I can waitress again.
Oh no, Trudy.
Look at it this way, kid. I'll save on gym fees. I'll be getting my exercise, dodging those Russian hands and Roman fingers. So long, kid. Right if you get work.
I wonder where they come and get you when you finally lose your mind. Where are those men in nice white jackets who may be strangers but they're oh so kind? I wonder how they're going to catch you. You were always so discreet. How will they know it's time to snatch you from the clutches of defeat? Is it when you talk to strangers on a bus or on a train? Are you heedless of the dangers of walking naked in the rain? I wonder where they're going to take you when you finally crack up and lose control. Oh, I hope they're careful not to break you when they're packing up your soul. The refrigerator whispers. The piano starts to grin. They call up the laughing wagon and invite you to step in. I wonder who they think they'll be taking to that funny farm where life's correct. Oh, it can't be me, I was just faking insanity for sympathy, for effect. Where are those men in nice white jackets? When you finally start to crack it, it's nice to know they'll take you with them when you go.
Reality Check Theater of the Air has brought you Grace Under Pressure, starring Alice King as Grace, Dorian DeMichele as Trudy, and George Sheffey as Myron McWeeney. Be sure to tune in next week for Episode 3, The Art of Whining, when we will hear Grace say,
Now this would look stunning in a persimmon-anchored decor.
Take off all your clothes and feed the cat. He said, there's no hurry, where's my hat? Wake up to the realization that you're alone. And so goes a story that's told so often. I wonder who picked up after the orgies in Rome. Ain't it great when the guests go home? No, I'm not lonesome. Great when the guests go home. You must be joking. Great when the guests go home.
Next stop will be 66th Street, and clear the program.